Imagine it's a quiet evening in Sacramento, late 1970s. You're coming home from work, key in the lock, the house silent as always. But something feels off. A chill in the air, a shadow that wasn't there before. You shake it off. It's just paranoia. But what if it's not? What if someone has been inside all day, waiting in the dark for you to come home? This is the story of the Golden State Killer, the man who turned homes into traps, families into victims, and silence into terror. A shadow that stalked California for over a decade, blending into the night like a Nura, that sly yokai who slips into your house and acts like he owns it. But this was no legend, this was real. His name was Joseph James DeAngelo, but back then, he was known as the East Area Rapist, a phantom who started with burglaries, evolved to assaults, and ended in murder. And he did it all while hiding in plain sight. It began in the suburbs of Sacramento, 1976. Couples in their homes, feeling safe, but he was already inside. He'd cased the place for days, footprints in the yard, unlocked windows tested. Then, in the dead of night, he'd slip through. No forced entry, just silence. He'd bind them with shoelaces, diamond knots tight as yokai bindings. The men face down, helpless. The women assaulted while he whispered threats. "If you move, I'll kill you." His voice masked, breath hot like an Onryo's curse. He'd ransack the house, eat from their fridge, drink their beer, making himself at home in their nightmare. Over 50 attacks, women raped, men beaten, and the calls. The calls came later, sometimes months, sometimes years after. The phone would ring in the dead of night. "Remember me? I'm gonna kill you next, Beth." He knew their names. He knew where they lived, like a Kage-onna shadow that followed you forever, whispering from the walls. The police formed task forces, sketches circulated, a masked figure in black, average build, average everything. But he was clever. He vanished from Sacramento, or so they thought. Years later, he resurfaced in Southern California. Now he was the original Night Stalker. No more assaults, just murder. 10 couples dead, bludgeoned in their beds, shot execution style. Bodies left in poses of horror. He took trophies, jewelry, photos, memories to relive the fear. The dread was everywhere. Neighborhoods locked down, women carried guns. But he was always one step ahead, melting into the night like mist from a yokai curse. For decades, he lived as Joseph DeAngelo, a former cop, a family man, a neighbor no one suspected. Then, in 1986, a minor slip. Sacramento police arrested a prowler for shoplifting. Just a fired cop named DeAngelo, but a palm print matched old burglaries. Decades later, in 2018, DNA linked him via genetic genealogy, a family tree built from discarded trash. The monster was unmasked. Over 50 rapes, 13 murders. He pled guilty in 2020, sentenced to life without parole. Still alive in 2026, rotting in protective custody at Corcoran Prison. Caught by pure accident, a shoplift that unraveled everything. But the dread lingers. What if the shadows still watch? This is the Golden State Killer, a true story of terror that hid in the ordinary. If you hear a creak in the night, is it just the house settling or something waiting?